Hi viewers, there was a couple of things that inspired me to make this video. One was a news article last month that I read saying that 432 bank closures were penciled in for 2025, and another from a few days ago saying that there was 163 bank closures due. So I don't know how many there have been so far and how many more there are going to be. But obviously, you know, people in rural areas are up in arms over this because, you know, they can't even go into their bank to discuss their problems or pay money in. And anyway, it's becoming a huge problem here in the UK with banks closing. The post offices are taking over a lot of the work that the banks once did. But anyway, the title of the video is, you know, how the banks are robbing you, and which brings me on to the second reason that I thought I'd post this video. I was in a shop the other day buying something fairly inexpensive, £1.99, but the lady in front of me had bought a 20p item. Yes, just 20p, and she paid with her card. Yes. And it just blew my mind that she didn't have 20p on her, or couldn't, maybe, I don't know, she'd have to get a purse out to get the card out. I don't know. It just blows my mind. But anyway, I digress. Now, for those of you who work or have worked for an employer, you probably don't really understand how the banking system works, but some of you know that myself and Mrs. CCT both ran successful businesses, so we saw how much the banks are charging, and every time you tap this or you tap this, the banks are getting your money. And now you're going to ask, well, how are they getting your money? Well, because us as business owners have to put that percentage price on top of the item you're buying. Yes, so you do pay for it. You know, that is business. You know, the businesses do have to charge that fee to the customer. Although it's not always directly seen as being charged as a fee, you know, the item that you are purchasing is put up by that percentage to cover the cost that the banks are making off of you. And the more you tap this and you tap this, the more money the banks are making. And I haven't looked at their profits this year, but I'm reckoning they're huge. And you know, how can you stop the banks robbing you? Well, use this. Because the banks hate you using this. They don't want you using this because it costs them money to handle. You know, every, you know, it's got to be counted, it's got to be bagged, or it's got to be transported, and you know, whether it's notes or change, it costs them money. And the bank at the end of the day is a business to make a profit, and some huge profits they do make and all. Anyway, I digress again. So yeah, so me and Mrs. CCT both have a hatred for banks. You know, the amount they would charge, you know, for transactions like checks and paying in money and everything like that. And of course, now that people are not using checks, they are not getting the money from businesses that were paying in checks and paying in cash, because you would have to pay the bank to pay in cash, and they're not getting that money. But they are getting way more from you tapping your card, especially when it's just a 20p item. You know, and it just blows my mind. Obviously, this is related to silver and gold because, you know, you can take your money out of the banker's hands, as many of us do. Now, I wouldn't advise storing it in this, not too much, because as you know, this devalues daily. I mean, I'm sure you've all seen the price of groceries, how they're all shooting up, so you're getting less goods for your money. And obviously many of us stackers out there realise that it's good to hold a bit in hand, but for savings, long-term savings, it's better off having it in that, because as you will have seen, it has, well, I don't know whether it's kept up with inflation, but it's certainly performed better than had you put this away 10 years ago. That would have massively devalued by now. Well, we went shopping the other night, and I can't remember what item it was we were looking at, but literally last time we went to that shop, which was probably 6 months ago, the price was now more than double what it was 6 months ago. I think it was soup or something, I can't remember, but we were both shocked how some items have gone up drastically, huge percentages, others not so much. But anyway, yeah, so the point of the video really is, don't give the banks your money. Don't keep tapping that card. Get some of this out. Keep some of that set by, and use cash. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and keep calm and keep stacking, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.